Stephen A. Smith unleashed on footage of a doctor refusing to answer whether a man can be pregnant during a Senate hearing with US Senator Josh Hawley.
Doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating male with...
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
What you were talking about is biological...
You're not going to answer my question.
Biological male.
I'm going to be honest, like if you have to kind of dance around the actual answer, then you don't really want to answer the question.
What you were talking about is biological...
You're not going to answer my question.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized. And
it's not polarized. Like this is not really like a polarized answer. It seems like she specifically is stuck within an echo chamber and refuses to answer like a biological fact here, guys. Right now, is every single man of the nature of becoming pregnant? Guys, no, right? But in our new age, the word, I guess man in itself has multiple meanings, even though it's always been kind of the same thing historically. And that's what she's basically dancing around. And this is kind of why I refuse to have the argument. I would literally just be like, hey guys, listen, can we break it down to XX and XY and stop having this argument? Whatever you want to be outside of that is fine, right? Call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, but,
I'm not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask, I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women. And for the record, it's women who get pregnant, not men.
Podcaster and Democrat Stephen A. Smith blasted the interaction, saying the Democrats can't associate themselves with that worldview.
You got to see this. It just doesn't, I'm telling you, it doesn't look good for the Democrats if you allow yourself to be associated with this. This is the kind of stuff that will lose you elections. Ladies and gentlemen, the clip was 5 minutes long. I only played 2. 10 times he asked her, can men get pregnant? Can men get pregnant? And she wouldn't answer. She wouldn't answer. Answer the question. Quite frankly, I'm trying to check your veracity on this matter. You're here talking science. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no? You cannot have that. As a Democratic Party, you cannot be associated with that. I'm talking about an unwillingness and an inability to answer the question.
Right.
If men,
I'll give you that.
If you think men can get pregnant and you think you have scientific data to back that up, say so. If you don't have the scientific data to back it up, and you're purported to be a scientist, Dr. Nisha Verma.
Yeah, it looks bad. It looks bad.
And the question is asked, and you don't have proof to validate that men get pregnant. Can men get pregnant? Then the answer would be no. She refused to answer the question.
And understand this, guys, he's a Democrat.
That cannot happen.
Online commentators agreed with Smith, with this person saying, imagine calling yourself a doctor and refusing to admit that men cannot get pregnant. How can we trust her as a doctor? And the
I'm not sure you can
tirade has
at all.
come after a push away from progressive rhetoric around the trans agenda, particularly by US President Donald Trump.
But the weightlifting, but no, the girl gets up. And you see, I want to be more, but I have somebody watching. I want to be more effusive. I want to really, yeah. When she gets in it, and drops the thing, walks off the stage crying. Her mother's crying, her father's crying. Guy gets up. He said, have you lifted before? A little bit. And he walks up, being, he could have gone, ding, 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 ding. I think it was 112 pounds, right? It's crazy. Or the beautiful boxer, they have boxing now, and that they have a young gentleman who transitioned. He's a very good boxer, but he wanted to be a woman, which is, to each his own. Because I want to be very liberal when it.
Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure this issue is like specifically ever gonna, like, for the most part, go away, because it's too politicized now, right? I mean, when you have scientists that are refusing to even have like intelligent conversations kind of outside of their I guess just outside of their overall thought process, and things like this, I guess, right? But if they're not willing to kind of stick to the overall rule that science is science, and whatever you want to believe, kind of externally from that is whatever you want to believe, right? That's kind of the issue here, right? Like, listen, you are a grown adult. Please do whatever you want with your body. I don't care, right? And I mean this to the depths of me here, right? I seriously do not care what you do with your body at all. It's not my body. What right do I have to tell you what to do with it? If that makes any sense here. But I think there still needs to be like a base level of like societal understanding of what is true and what is purely rooted in like groupthink, echo chamber type behavior, right? Again, do what you want to do, right? But if you're a scientist, you're a doctor, you have your doctorate, but yet you're refusing to answer a literal, simple question. How exactly were you able to maintain your position, right? I mean, is this what you're teaching people? Because it just does not make sense. I don't care what you believe. I care what's true, right? I think that's kind of the dilemma here. Again, do whatever you want to do, right? Because I'm not sure there's any surgery or any type of medicine that you could basically take to basically alter your chromosome large scale into, or transform your chromosome large scale into another thing, right? So if that's the case, the argument really isn't that much of an argument, right? And this is kind of why I say here, like, listen, if you start asking people that are like this person here, direct questions, stay away from the overall, I don't know, rage bait, clickbait type of wording here. Can a man get pregnant? Don't even argue this anymore. Can XY get pregnant? All right. Play these games here, right? Because that's kind of what this is all kind of coming down to. I would stop even having the argument or even the conversation. Listen, understand words have the ability to change meanings kind of over time. They pretty much always kind of slightly shifted, but stayed around the same overall topic, let's say. And I think if you're going to have a conversation with people like this, I think the only smart thing to do would probably be XXXY, move on. Teach everyone what these things mean and move on, bro, because this is a circular conversation. Now, when Stephen A. Smith basically just said here that this is going to be a losing issue for the Democrats kind of going forward, it is. It's consistently a losing battle here, because you're fighting against something that is just biologically untrue, right? Yeah, like, you want people to not believe basically what we have known for the entirety of our existence. Listen, is every single man on earth the same? No, not at all. Not every single man on earth is the same. There are some men who just who happen to be, let's say, a little bit more effeminate than other men. There are some men who are like hyper masculine. They do all this, crazy, super hyper masculine things, guys, right? This is just what they do here, guys. But there's a gigantic difference, okay? So we need to kind of get to the point where we can kind of, in fact, understand these things, that people are different. They're going to have different points of view, et cetera, guys, right? So yeah, that's just my opinion here. And yeah, she definitely, in fact, should not have her license if she's going to be maintaining this type of overall idiocy, truth be told here. And again, do what you want to do with your life. It's your body. But we all need to kind of understand what is true biologically and the difference between what potentially is true socially on TikTok. All right. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies. And I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.